Polo 4 days straight. Cleaning your mess? Not mine. I ditched his calendar duties, doc visits, oil changes, and bill due dates. He skipped a vet appointment for our cat, now mine, rack dupa $75. Fee. Forgot car tags, pulled over, $150 ticket. Your oversights aren't my headache. Groceries shifted, only my staples. His energy bars and shakes vanished. The fridge echoed empty. Your snacks? Figure it out. His den turned apocalypse. Soda cans, crumbs drawing roaches. Tidying your space? Nope. Family stuff? I forgot his dad's 60th birthday card, his sister's baby shower. He raged. You knew. Your relatives, your duty. The social scene crumbled. No more barbecues I orchestrated, no tea times I booked for his golf crew. Buddies drifted. One cornered me at a pub. You're icing him out. His emotions? Not my role. Work tanked the hardest. I stopped editing his decks and emails. Typos galore. Boss flagged sloppy output. Derek fumed home. We used to team up. Like you did for Mom? Exactly. The Breaker, his big quarterly demo. I skipped the calendar entry. He blanked. Frantic calls flooded my phone at work. Where's my script? Meeting time? Ignored. His career, his mess. He winged it, bombed, promotion whispers faded, finances imploded. I handled rent, utilities. Now, late notices airy stacked, cards maxed from his unchecked splurges. He wept. How could you let this slide? Your money? Always yours. One dawn, as he snored off a binge, I packed. Boxes filled my Civic, mostly mine, since the gadgets were his. Calendar mocked, boss dinner tonight, 6 p.m. He'd bragged about hosting to schmooze. The doorbell chimed at 6 sharp. Through the peephole, Derek's boss, Mr. Harlan, and his wife Elena dressed sharply. Knocks escalated. Derek, it's Harlan. Dinner ring a bell? I slipped out the back, heart pounding, down to the garage. Shouts erupted. Door unlocked, as always. Post-gaming. Harlan's roar. What the hell? Derek, up! This stinks ants everywhere! Elena's gasp. Harlan, let's bolt! This is revolting! Derek's groggy slur. What? How'd you get in? Dinner you begged for. Confirmed yesterday. Called in sick today, huh? You're done, kid. Fired. I revved out, their Mercedes gleaming as Harlan dialed HR on the curb, fuming. Phone exploded. Derek's pleas, rants. Ignored. Checked into a Tacoma motel, cash, solo name. Peace washed over. His mom, Vivian, rang late. Derek's hysterical at my place. Says you vanished, boss drama. Explain? Ask him about Mom's meds, I said. One ask. Pharmacy by his gym. Not my job, he said, while she suffered. Silence. He claims you've been mean since her death. I laughed coldly. Mean? I carried us both. Now he's learning independence, like he preached. We hung. I blocked Derek everywhere, changed passwords on my accounts he'd leached. Next day, called landlord. Off the lease. Paid through the month, inspect soon, job's shaky. Work felt lighter. Colleague noticed. You glow. Break up? Freedom, I grinned. Vivian called again. Fired this morning. Badge killed. You stopped calendaring? His life, his load. What else? All. Meals, clean bills, kin, like he ignored mine. He's saying sabotage. No, just stop saving him from himself. Pause. The meds, you got them? Uber, 90 minutes round trip. Mom screamed in pain. He posted gym flexes. I'm ashamed, she whispered. Failed raising him right. 3 weeks of bliss. New routines, therapy unpacking grief and codependence. Then coffee with Alex, a kind architect from a mutual party. Chats turned dates. He cooked post-long days, noted Mom's April 20th birthday in his phone unprompted. Dad passed from leukemia 4 years back. He shared over stir-fry. Grief lingers. Let's honor them. We washed up tandem. No fanfare, just equity. April 20th. Cemetery. Solo or with? He texted. With. He arrived with daisies, her fave, mentioned once. How'd you know? Important to you, so to me. We stood silent. He held space, no fixes. Months flew by. Cohabitation talk arose organically. Our place shared from scratch? Yes. Chore board appeared. Fair split, no overload. His flu bout? I supported. He managed meds, no takeover. Ran into Derek at a Chevron 8 months post-split. Him in a greasy, burger uniform, fueling a beater with $7 in singles. Slumped, defeated, unmanaged chaos embodied. He spotted me inside. I feigned candy browsing. He bought smokes, new vice, voice gravelly. Eyes met as I exited. He trailed. Lena, wait! Car locked, engine on. Mirror showed him pleading, cigs clutched, uniform rumpled. Envelope arrived weeks later. His script, parents' address. Trashed unread. His closure? Not mine. Vivian messaged, therapy now. Listed your tasks, 4 pages. Stunned. No reply needed. Alex proposed a year on, at our first date bistro. Flawless, collaborative planning. Equal partners forever? Yes. Wedding. He DJ'd, I floraled. His mom hugged. Knew your value. Many don't. Honeymoon, life meshed, seamlessly. 2 years later, Whole Foods sighting, young woman, weary, carding for phone-glued guy. Babe, my bars? Not listed. Grab 'em anyway. She trudged, he scrolled. I ached, my old self mirrored. But the listens were self-taught. Alex texted, snag dessert wine, need else? Olives. Thanks. Dinner party aces, tandem hosting. Friends marveled. No stress? Revolutionary. To partners, not projects. Quiet Eve. Regret if he'd helped? Stuck managing forever. His loss. Mine? Gain, freedom, love, and reciprocal. Vivian's final note. Marrying a girl like old you. Warned her. Deaf ears, you were right. Deleted. Some cycles spin. I broke mine. Israel. Wait, Alex. Overslept once, phone dead. Why no wake? My shower drowned it out. He chuckled. My bad. Flowers apology. Adults fix themselves. Thanks for the ride through this saga. Hit like if it resonated. See you next tale. I was just a kid, barely 13, when I broke the law to save my little brother's life. Imagine this. Your siblings writhing in agony, your grandparents think it's a tantrum, and you're racing against time to get help by setting off a car alarm in a quiet neighborhood. This is the story of how I defied my family, broke a city ordinance, and tore our world apart to do what was right. Buckle up for a tale of desperation, betrayal, and the messy fight for justice in Maplewood. It'll leave you questioning who you can really trust. It all went down in the sleepy suburbs of Maplewood, at my grandparents' house on a tree-lined street where the biggest drama is usually a late garbage truck. Our parents were 5 hours away at a corporate retreat in Portland, leaving me, Mia, and my 9-year-old autistic brother, Ethan, with Nana Ruth and Grandpa Carl. They're old school, think kids should be seen, not heard, and always saw Ethan's autism as an excuse for bad behavior. That afternoon, Ethan collapsed, clutching his side, moaning, hurts, hurts. His face was pale, his hands gripping his lower right belly. Nana, we need an ambulance, now! I shouted, my pulse hammering. Nana scoffed, folding her arms. Told Carl this would happen, spoiling him rotten. Grandpa barely glanced up from his crossword. Autism? Now? A bellyache's a crisis? Nonsense. I tried reasoning. My science teacher had drilled us on appendicitis, pain in the lower right, fever, nausea. Ethan, show where it hurts. He pointed exactly there, whimpering. See? That's the spot. Nana's lip curled. Little know-it-all, always showing off. Ethan tried to stand, but Nana grabbed his shoulders. In my day, we called this acting out, sit. Then it happened. Ethan projectile vomited, yellow-green with flecks of red, ruining Nana's heirloom table runner. She gasped at the mess, not him. My runner. This is what coddling does. Panic surged. Ethan never pukes during meltdowns. Grandpa, drop the paper. He's dying. He snapped, enough, sit or you'll get a real reason to cry. Mom and Dad would have been speeding to the ER. Instead, they yanked Ethan up. Walk, prove you're faking. His legs shook, tears streaming as he clutched his side. Textbook appendicitis, please. Nana smirked, inspecting her rings. A 13-year-old doctor? You're teaching him weakness, just like your parents. They argued discipline while I felt Ethan's forehead burning. His eyes fluttered. Time was slipping. I lunged for the phone. Grandpa unplugged it. We're in charge. Ethan crawled toward the guest bath, one hand dragging his body, the other on his side. Grandpa locked the door. Corner now. Learn to behave. I froze, second-guessing. Was Was he faking? But those silent tears, Ethan's tell for real pain. He's dying and you're blind. Nana rolled her eyes. Drama's in your blood. Grandpa blasted the TV, drowning Ethan's cries. Enough. I spotted Grandpa's keys on the hall table. While they bickered, I slipped out the side door, heart pounding like a drum. I mashed the car alarm button. Beep, beep, beep. Maplewood's noise laws are strict. $250 fines. But I didn't care. Hid behind the sedan. Kept pressing. Beep, beep. Neighbors emerged. Mrs. Chen, then Mr. Alvarez, the whole cul-de-sac stirring. Grandpa stormed out. What in blazes? I yelled over the noise. Ethan's dying! They won't call 911. Appendicitis. Mrs. Torres, a retired ER nurse, barreled past. Move! More followed. I kept the alarm screaming. Mr. Patel dialed 911. Sirens wailed. 2 EMTs, a man and a woman, rushed in. She knelt by Ethan. How long's he been like this? I choked. They blocked me. Likely rupture. Go hot. Oxygen mask on. Stretcher out. Ethan looked so small. Is he? Her eyes locked with mine. We're moving fast. Grandpa muttered. Overblown. As sirens faded. Mrs. Chen drove me to Maplewood General. The ER's antiseptic sting hit hard. A nurse parked me in a waiting chair. He's in trauma. Another asked about guardians. I spilled the neglect. Her jaw tightened. Emergency consent kicks in. No permission needed. 30 minutes later, Dr. Sarah Kim, pediatric surgeon, sat me down. Rupture likely, sepsis spreading. Delay worsened it. Risks organ failure. Guilt knifed me. I'd hesitated. We're prepping surgery. Grandpa arrived ranting about neighborhood chaos. I counted tiles, 94, to stay calm. He called Ethan attention-seeking. Phoned mom. She sobbed. Dad's voice shook. 4 hours out, stay with him. Surgery took 2 hours. Dr. Kim. Ruptured appendix, peritonitis. Cleaned it, tubes in, heavy antibiotics. He'll make it, but weeks of recovery, not days. Hours earlier, far less damage. That earlier stung. Parents arrived at 11 p.m. Mom ran to the ICU. Dad grilled Nana and Grandpa, who'd slunk in. Why unplug the phone? Nana. Dramatic brat. Mom exploded. You nearly killed him. Relief. Someone saw their failure. The next day, Mrs. Torres brought tea. Her statement, Ethan's fever, rigidity, and shock signs. Her nurse cred bolstered it. Hospital flagged neglect. CPS report filed. Dread hit. Family fallout looming. ICU. Ethan. Tiny amid tubes. Beeping monitors. I talked about his fave game. Dino Quest. New levels. T-Rex strats. His eyes flickered. Nurse. Keep it up. Grandpa told a nurse it was a fit. She noted it. Expressionless. Parents clashed. Dad pushed unity. Mom, livid, shrugged him off. CPS's Lena Ortiz interviewed us. I recounted vomit, locked doors, and an alarm. My fault for freezing? She shook her head. You saved him. Adults failed. Mom admitted that work trips relied on in-laws, unaware of their neglect. Dr. Kim showed infection spikes. 3-week IV minimum. More if complications. Lena's safety plan. No unsupervised grandparent contact. Relief but a family fracture loomed. Parking lot shouting. Grandpa cornered Dad. Turning the state on us? You're done. Dad didn't fight back. Trust in him cracked. 5 days post-op, Ethan's fever hit 104 degree. Ice packs. Scans. Abscess. Another drain. Googled peritonitis survival. 90% with fast care. Plummets with delay. Sickening. Lena suggested charges. Needed police report. Detective Nora Blake. Assault rare without physical marks. System doesn't prioritize neglect. Expected, but crushing. School resumed. Rumors flew. Alarm girl who snitched. Hid in Thelibrary. Gave flipped answers. Coach. Toughen up. Family drama's normal. Echoed Nana. Adults. Untrustworthy. Wrote everything. For Lena. Timeline. Neighbors. Quotes. Copied twice. Mrs. Torres's med note validated. Mr. Alvarez's vague account didn't. Ethan home after 12 days. Nightmares. Regressed. Blankets. Old routines. I checked nightly. Hypervigilant. Therapy. 2-month wait. Dad offered Nana and Grandpa $500 to move on. Family first. Betrayal stung. He prioritized them. CPS meeting. Lena's plan. Supervised visits. Emergency course. Nana blamed our soft parenting. Grandpa scrolled. Lena. Neglect indicated. Supervised only. Silence. They refused. 2 months later, Ethan's fever spiked. 102 degree. Scan. New abscess. Another procedure. Dad worked. Mom unpaid leave. Bills piled. Friends ghosted. Your drama's too much. School whispers. Crazy family. Therapy intake. Endless trauma forms. CPS ruled neglect. No charges. Bitter win. Holiday card from Nana. Scripture. Honor elders. No remorse. Parents set supervised terms. I opted out. Done faking unity. Posted an anonymized story online. Survivor forum. Support rolled in. Neglect resources. Shared pain. Some shamed. Family's family. Strangers cared more than kin. 5 months post. Ethan's hick line out. Scar fading. ER smells spooked him. He gripped my hand. Court. Grandparents demanded rights. Refused training. Walked away. Mom wept. Dad drank. Hid in the garage. I prepped. Charger. Neighbor contacts. Keys. 911 drills and a first aid kit. Mom. You shouldn't need this. Too late. 6 months on. Ethan slept soundly. Scar faint. Dino toy clutched. No justice. Just distance. Plans. Families who protect you. The car alarm saved him. Broke us. Worth it. Ever break rules for the right? Drop it below. Like if gripped. Helps tons. Sub for more real stories. Later.
Marcus's card hit an e-learning site. 3rd grade homeschool kits. Isolation pure. More buys. Vietnamese primers. Meds. U.S. order went diplomatic. 4 weeks lag. I ramped to full-time work for bills. Colleagues distanced from my drama. Guardian. Ad litem report. Marcus's lies screamed deceit. Lavender. Changed to chamomile. Set up ICE evidence. Sole custody to me. Hollow win. Liam's pal's mom rang. Her kid dreamt of him vanishing. Save his baseball slot? Absolutely. 3 weeks, embassy said. Vietnamese cops checked. Liam fine. Marcus spun. Extended trip. No action sans local order. I dove into Vietnamese law via translations. Found a Ho Chi Minh attorney via forums, $4,500 retainer, scraped $600. Set up GoFundMe with Liam's holiday snap. Raised $400 from Circle Peeps. Marcus's abandoned tablet. Unsent post-crash. To his sis, can't bear my actions. To dad, it was my fault. Printed, but the lawyer nixed it for charges. Suggested crash photo forensics. $900 borrow from Broad analyst's verdict after 10 days. Seat for 6'0", Marcus's height. Sophia, 5'5", needed it forward. Bruises driver's side. Shards left arm. Driver window. DA heard me out. Tough after 4 years. Will review. Insurance cut therapy coverage. Group covered sessions. A dad chipped in monthly. Marcus's folks called. Shocked. He bolted. Offered $4,000 for a Vietnamese lawyer if I dropped the Sophia probes. Gut-wrenching, but accepted. Wired it. Suit filed in 7 days. Process. 5-7 months smooth. Years if contested. Sold Sophia's old bike for $2,500. Nauseating, but necessary. Local reporter pitched abduction feature. Article. Mom's global battle for son. Backlash. Unfit much? Deleted profiles. 7 months. School dropped Liam. Packed his desk. Space stickers. Notebook. Unfinished dream job astronaut essay. Moon book. Teacher's card. Class signed. Miss you. Bald in a lot. PI pics. Liam's sand sculpting. Gaze lost. Haunted. Attended DC abduction summit on credit. Networked parents clutching faded kid pics. One shared recovery ops. $40K for covert grabs. One-way ticket out. Home. Eviction notice. 2 months late. Loan mod added 8 years. Spiked rate. Vietnamese. Prelim. Marcus's lawyer claimed illness. Adelay of 2 months. Total 11 since flight. Liam's buddy mailed a note. Minecraft soon. Boxed with a glove. Cards.pi. Marcus hawking gear. Cheaper digs. Cash tight. Bargain jobs. Congressional testimony invite. Shared with 10 parents. Promises. No action. Hearing via video after 10 months. Marcus gone. Twitchy. Ordered mediation. Progress. Sessions slogged. 1 supervised calls. First. Embassy monitored. Marcus hovering. Liam hesitant. Side glances. Love you. He faltered. Sobbed post-call. Worker noted prompted and boosted case. Second. Marcus out. Liam opened on beaches. Miss pals. Home when? Soon, baby. Calls. $400 each. Side gig transcription funded. PI. Marcus bar hopping. Fights. Violated stability pact. Mediator floated. Marcus returns for visit. Stays permanent. He balked. She'll jail me. True. FBI prep. The boss warned about absences. Understood, but pressure mounted. Non-profit connect. X lasted 2 years in Vietnam pre-crack. Patience. He'll break. AM. PI. Marcus nabbed for visa work violation. Freed quickly, but flag. Call. Liam missed the cat. Played meows next time. Real smile. Showed room. Unchanged. Vietnamese judge. Return Liam now. 45-day appeal window. Marcus appealed. Bribery. Mom appeared. Envelope. $8,000 Sophia savings. For your grandson. Hire Danilite Vietnamese appeals team. Liam's would-be grad. Watched. From car. Wept as pals crossed stage. PI. Girlfriend split post-rage. Marcus spiraling. Drunk rouse. Appeal denied fast. No basis. Supreme shot slim. Fees late. The lawyer demanded cash. 1 month of silence. 3 a.m. call. Marcus. Defeated. Drop Sophia stuff. Fun tickets. I'll return him. Agreed instantly. Wired funds. Tracked flights obsessively. Airport. Liam sprinted. Mom. Cops cuffed Marcus mid-terminal. Blank stare. DA. No manslaughter charge. Sale evidence. 24 months of abduction. Likely 9 served. Liam's nightmares. Sophia calls. Disorientation. Therapy twice weekly. Years on. Liam thrives. Friends. Baseball. Marcus's bi-weekly visits. Somber returns. Mornings hit hard. Solo parent. Daughter gone. Killer semi-free. But we rise. Pancakes. Homework. Practice. 1 step forward. Always. Whew. What a ride. If this gripped you, smash that like. Spreads the word. Catch you next story. I never thought I'd have to break the law to save my little brother's life, but that's exactly what happened on that nightmare of a day. Picture this. A 12-year-old kid, alone against 2 stubborn grandparents who refuse to see the emergency unfolding right in front of them. My brother Alex is autistic, and what started as a stomach ache turned into a life-or-death race against time. Buckle up, because this story of family betrayal, quick thinking, and the fallout that ripped us apart will have you questioning everything you know about trust. Let's dive in. It all went down at my grandparents' house in a quiet suburb of Riverside, where the biggest excitement is usually the neighborhood watch meetings. Our parents were out of town for a business summit about 4 hours away, leaving me and Alex in the care of Nana and Pops, my dad's folks. They'd always been old school, the type who believed in tough love and dismissed anything modern like autism as an excuse for bad behavior. Alex was 8, full of energy on good days, but that afternoon, he hit the floor hard, writhing and clutching his side. Ow, 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 he gasped, his face twisted in agony. Nana, we gotta get to the ER, now, I pleaded, my heart pounding, but she just waved me off. I warned your Pops this would happen. All that coddling from your parents. Pops snorted from behind his newspaper. First it's autism, now a tummy ache is appendicitis? Give me a break. I tried to prove it was serious. Our biology teacher had just covered this stuff. Pain in the lower right abdomen, fever, vomiting. I asked Alex to point where it hurt, and he jabbed exactly there. See? That's the McBurney's point. But Nana's eyes narrowed. Always showing off, little Miss Smarty Pants. Alex whimpered louder, trying to stand, but Nana grabbed his shoulders. In my day, we called this brattiness. Sit still. Then it hit. Alex erupted in vomit, a horrific mix of bile and what looked like streaks of blood, splattering Nana's prized lace tablecloth. She gasped, not in horror for him, but for her stupid cloth. Look what he's done! This is what happens when you baby them! Terror gripped me. Alex never puked during his meltdowns. This was different. Deadly. Pops, put down the paper. He's sick for real. He finally glanced up. Enough theatrics. Sit or you'll regret it. Our parents would have rushed him out the door already. Instead, they yanked Alex upright. Walk it off. Prove you're not faking. His body trembled, tears streaming, as he clawed at his side. I blurted, "This is textbook appendicitis. Pain, fever, nausea." Nana scoffed, checking her manicure. "What do you know? You're just a kid. We're teaching strength, not weakness like your folks." They bickered while I checked Alex's forehead, scorching hot. His eyes fluttered back. We were losing him. I bolted for the landline, but Pops snatched it, unplugging the cord. "We're the adults here." Alex crawled toward the hall bath like a wounded animal, but Pops stepped over him and locked the door. "Time out until you behave." I froze, doubting myself. Maybe he was faking, but no, those silent tears. Alex only cried quietly when the pain was real, physical. "He's dying and you don't care." Nana rolled her eyes. "Drama queen, just like your mom." Pops cranked the TV louder, drowning out Alex's whimpers. That was it. I spotted Pops's keys on the kitchen counter. While they argued about kids these days, I slipped out the back door, heart racing. I jammed the alarm button. Beep, beep, beep. The car wailed like a siren. Our town had zero-tolerance noise ordinances. Fines started at $200, but screw it. I ducked behind the SUV, pressing again. Beep, beep. Neighbors poured out. Mrs. Kim first, then Mr. Patel, the whole block rousing. Pops stormed out. "What the?" I screamed over the noise. "My brother's dying! They won't call 911! It's appendicitis!" Mrs. Hale, the ex-nurse next door, shoved past him. "Let me through!" More followed as I kept the alarm blaring. Mrs. Ortiz dialed emergency services herself. Sirens wailed in the distance. EMTs burst in. Two pros, a guy and a woman. She knelt by Alex. "How long's he been like this?" I stammered. "They wouldn't. Let me call. Possible rupture. Coated hot." They masked him with oxygen, loaded him on a stretcher. He looked tiny, lifeless. "Is he?" The EMT met my eyes. "We gotta fly," Pops muttered, overreacting as the ambulance screamed away. Mrs. Kim bundled me into her car. "We're following." At Riverside General, the ER smelled like bleach and fear. A nurse sat me in a waiting area. They took him straight to trauma. Another came with forms. "Guardians?" I spilled everything. The refusal, the unplugged phone. Her face hardened. "Emergency consent applies. We're saving him regardless." 25 minutes later, Dr. Elena Vargas, the kid surgeon, appeared. "I'm operating soon. Labs show rupture likely. Sepsis spreading. Waiting made it worse. It could lead to organ shutdown." Guilt stabbed me. I'd frozen too long. She patted my shoulder. "We're on it." Pops barreled in soon after, ranting about neighborhood spectacle. I ignored him, counting floor tiles, 82 in the lobby, to stay sane. He claimed Alex was attention hogging. I used the wall phone to call Mom. She sobbed. Dad's voice cracked. "We're 3.5 hours out. Stay strong. Surgery took 90 minutes. Dr. Vargas returned, weary but steady. Rupture confirmed. Peritonitis set in. Infection everywhere. We cleaned it, drained it, and antibiotics are flowing. He'll pull through, but recovery's weeks now, not days. Earlier arrival, minimal issues." Those words burned. If earlier. Parents arrived at midnight, exhausted. Mom bolted to the ICU. Dad confronted Pops and Nana, who trickled in. "Why unplug the phone?" Nana sniffed. "He was dramatic." Mom exploded back from seeing Alex. "You nearly killed him with your ignorance." Validation hit hard. The next day, Mrs. Kim brought coffee and a statement. She'd noted Alex's shock, fever, and rigid belly. As a retired RN, her words carried weight. Hospital brass pulled parents aside. Mandatory CPS report for medical neglect. My gut twisted. Government involved now? ICU visit crushed me. Alex wired up, beeping machines, oxygen hiss, pale, scarred. I held his hand, babbling about his fave game, Zelda Warriors, new bosses, hidden levels. His eyes cracked open briefly. "Nurse, keep talking. It helps." Pops cornered a nurse later, downplaying it as a tantrum. She nodded blankly, jotting notes. Parents whispered, fought. Dad urged family unity. Mom shoved him off, furious. CPS. Agent Mia Torres arrived with files, separate interviews. In a sterile room, I recounted it all. The vomit, locked door, alarm. "Did I wait too long?" She shook her head. "You saved him, kid. Adults failed." Tears came then. Mom admitted to Mia. Work trips meant relying on in-laws. No clue it was this toxic. Dr. Vargas showed charts. Infection markers sky high. 2-week IV minimum. Possible follow-ups. All from a 3-hour delay. Mia outlined a safety plan. No unsupervised grandparent contact. Relief mixed with dread. Family fracture incoming. That night, I overheard shouting in the lot. Pops pinning Dad against a wall. "Betraying us with the feds? You're cut off!" Dad placated weakly. Trust in him eroded. 4 days post-op, Alex spiked to 103.5 5 degrees. Ice packs, ultrasound, abscess found, emergency drain. I Googled ruptured appendix survival. Stats terrified. 95% with prompt care, drops with delay. Mia suggested charges. Cops needed a separate report. Detective Lena Hayes came, listened, and noted timelines. Prosecuting elders? Rare without visible harm. System overlooks neglect. No surprise, but gut punch. School restarted. Rumors flew. Ambulance girl who ratted on family. I hid in the library. Short answers only. Gym coach. Toughen up. Life's hard. Echoed Nana perfectly. Untrustworthy adults everywhere. I documented everything for Mia. Timelines, neighbors, and quotes. 2 copies. Mrs. Kim's med notes bolstered it. Mr. Patel tried helping but saw nothing inside. Intentions versus evidence. Alex home after 10 days. Nightmares, regressed coping. Weighted blankets, routines from toddler days. I adjusted. Night checks, constant vigilance. Therapy waitlist. 8 weeks for intake. Barriers endless. Overheard dad offering pops cash to move on. Keep family intact. Hollow betrayal. Prioritizing them over us. Mia called. A family meeting weeks later. Agenda, boundaries, supervision. Grandparents era late. Nanai's griping about his traffic, then blaming our lax parenting. I stuck to facts. Rupture, sepsis, near death. Pop scrolled phone. Mia indicated neglect. Supervised visits only plus emergency training. Room ice. They refused. Pride over grandkids. 7 weeks later, Alex fevered again. 101.8 Agmar CT. Another abscess. Drain. Admit. Dad left for work. Job warnings. Mom unpaid leave. Bills sack. Friends distance. Too much drama. Whispers at school. Intensified. Isolation deepened. Psych intake finally. Endless forms on trauma. Felt exposed but hopeful. CPS ruling. Neglect confirmed on record. No charges. Validation yet empty. Month silent. Then Christmas card. Verse on forgiveness. Nanas. Script urging elder respect. Proof of denial. Parents set terms. Supervised center. Acknowledgement and classes. My choice. No. Done faking normal. I anonymized our saga online. Toxic family forum. Support poured. Shared stories. Resources. Some shamed. Family first. But positives healed. Strangers cared more than kin. 4 months post. Alex's PICC line out. Scar faded. No infection. But ER smells triggered him. Hand squeezed tight. Court mediation. Lawyers debated rights. Grandparents demanded terms. Refused. Classes. Supervision. Our way or none. They walked. Mom wept. Dad retreated to the garage. Beers multiplying. Bad nights I shielded Alex. I prepped charged phone, neighbor numbers, hidden keys, 911 drills, and first aid kit. Mom, you shouldn't worry, but we knew better. 6 months on, Alex slept peacefully. Scar faint. Dino clutch. No apologies. No justice. Just distance and plans. It wasn't ideal, but it was ours. Family isn't blood. It's who protects you. Who? What a ride. Ever break rules for the right reason? Share below. I read them all. Hit like if this gripped you. It helps the channel grow. Subscribe for more real-life twists. Peace out.
Imagine the horror. At 15, you're bleeding for the first time, and instead of comfort, your mother shrieks with joy while your father seals your fate to a 52-year-old tycoon who's already buried 3 young wives under suspicious circumstances. That's the nightmare I escaped. A tale of defiance, danger, and ultimate triumph that will leave you breathless. Stick around. This story of breaking free from a toxic tradition is one you won't forget. My name's Aisha, and in our tight-knit immigrant community in Chicago, girls were seen as ripe for marriage the instant puberty hit. Whether 11, 12, or 13, the crimson stain signaled readiness for a husband old enough to be your grandfather. It sounded normal growing up, drilled into us as a cultural duty. But at 10, I watched my cousin Zara, just 12, get betrothed to a 45-year-old importer whose last 2 brides succumbed to heart issues before 21. Whispers said it was from back-to-back births. That night, I vowed to delay my own doom by skimping on meals, not out of vanity, but strategy. Thinner girls bloomed later. Science later taught me fat reserves trigger the change. Teased as ghost girl, I ignored it, while my peers were pledged to men with kids their age. Tradition didn't slack. Sundays from midnight to 9 a.m., I'd silently serve breakfast to male relatives. Eye contact or a peep earned 15 belt strikes. I'd grip scalding pans barehanded to harden for housework. Nights, Mom slathered bleaching lotion on my skin for that perfect glow. I played obedient daughter flawlessly, chattering about future babies, but secretly starved to buy time. At 13, still untouched, enlightenment struck. We were in America, but Mom spun it ace universal truth. Defy this, and end up worthless and solo. A gym teacher pulled me aside after spotting my frail frame in shorts. While she stepped out, forgetting to secure her cabinet, I peeked inside. Flyers. On teen rights, books like When Tradition Turns Toxic and Marriage Laws for Minors. Jaw dropped, I learned under 18 unions were illegal. No cultural pass, no parent override. I swiped a slim brochure, tucking it away. Weeks later, under the cover of night, I absorbed it all. Hotline numbers, safe havens, trigger phrases for mandatory reports. Educators and docs had to act on abuse suspicions. I formed a homemaking club in Dad's garage shed for 7 younger cousins yet to bleed. We whispered rehearsals. They're forcing marriage at 14, help me. Exact words to spark probes. Betrayal hit at 14, cramps during dawn chores, a stain blooming on my skirt. Mom's ecstatic yell summoned the women. Hugs, cheers, blessed day. By dusk, Dad picked Khalid Rahman, a real estate baron who'd lost 3 wives to liver complications by 24. Rumors, overburdened bodies from endless pregnancies. A day later, cousin Nadia, 13, wash-handed to a 49-year-old collector with 9 kids older than her. Her spark faded as they haggled over her worth like cattle. I passed her my scribbled guide that night. Tell the history teacher tomorrow. Exact script. But CPS. Knocked that evening. Dad's bewilderment turned torrid as they quizzed about Nadia, child brides, and coercion. All under 18 girls interviewed. Post-visit, family interrogation. Who spread poisonous ideas? House ransacked. My guide unearthed in the shed. Dad torched it publicly, branding me plague, traitor. Wedding bumped to tomorrow, before I corrupt more. Sunrise loomed. In minutes, they'd drape me in scarlet and silk for delivery to a killer. Gut twisting. I clutched my stashed sack. Spare outfit, memorized refuge spots, $25 pilfered piecemeal from Mom's wallet. The door creaked open. Mom entered, adorned for my big day. I crumpled, moaning, clutching my belly. Not all act. Hurts bad. She scowled. Ill bride's omen ill. What did you eat? Nothing. Bathroom now. She gripped me. You went 15 minutes ago. Tears flowed easily, from terror. Please, agony. Reluctant release. 4 minutes. I bolted, locked in, perched on the toilet, shifted the loose ceiling panel, shoved the sack up. Used facilities for realism. 2 minutes. Groaned loudly. Can't stop. Stomach revolt. Fists hammered the door. Ants joined. Window, sealed shut, I'd chipped at with a pilfered fork. Frame yielded to desperate shoves. Please bought seconds. 1 more minute. Dad bellowed. Smash it. Lock cracked as I wriggled through, hips scraping, dropping 5 feet to dewy lawn. Ankle tweaked, but functional. Shouts erupted. I dashed shoeless, gown billowing, through yards. Dogs howled, lights flared, cars revved, hunt on neighborhood. Echoed our kin. Any would drag me back. Zigzagged past pools, sheds, and bins as beams swept. Feet shredded on pavement. Ashard lodged in the soul, but a halt meant capture. Cousin Amir's yell, every alley. Main drag 2 blocks. Bus 3. Planned route, but not wounded. Ducked thorns in Mrs. Lee's bushes. She wasn't ours. Maybe safe. Alley. Led toe stop. Thebus idled. Flagged wildly. Driver, middle-aged Latina, eyed my state, held doors. Boarded, froze. Cash in sack, forgotten. Downtown, please. Repay later. Front row grandma rose, fed fare. Sit, sweetie. Guided me, tissues out. Bus lurched as Amir's SUV screeched up. I crouched, her blocking view. Downtown, she slipped $15. Don't return whatever chased you. The courthouse towered, seen only in passing. Limped through detectors, trailing red prints. Clerk, warm-eyed lady in her 50s, rushed over. Med help? Urgent restraint order. 14, wedding forced today. She sat me down, forms ready. Residence? For service? Recited memorized Haven. Phone buzzed, family barrage. Ignored voicemails of venom. The clerk vanished, returned with the judge. Petition scanned on spot. Approved, hearing in 10 days. Paper lifeline clutched, I hobbled out. Shelter 10 blocks, call crushed, booked solid, list for Monday. Monday, 4. Days homeless, recalled Ms. Garcia, the teacher whose cabinet sparked it all. Perhaps no accident. 2 buses, 90 minutes to Lincoln High. The weekend was empty, but her sedan sat. Found her grating. She gasped. Kit fetched. Wounds tended. Married today. To a widowmaker thrice over. Order got, shelter packed. Nowhere. She dialed CPS hotlines. 15 cuts from flight, danger real. Skepticism. No fresh harm? Self-done in C. Run doesn't qualify. Phone rang. Dad. Ms. Garcia answered, his smooth lie. Delusional, meds needed. Hung up. Tracked here. Reset, wiped it. More calls. Supervisors, aides, stonewalled without proof. Car slams outside. Blinds down, door bolted. Dad's plea. Sick, needs us. Rattles, bangs. Weapon, she whispered. I halted, revealed scars, pot burns, lash welts, photos snapped. Thought normal till you're flyers. Weapon. Intruders at school, students endangered. Pounding. Peaked, halted at sirens. Dad switched. Worried dad with pill bottles labeled me. Cops split us. Cut self-made, the officer mused. RX fill date, recent fakes. Ms. Garcia's essays, veiled truths of lessons, abuse, preps, beatings, security vid, bottles in hand on arrival. Nadia, I urged. Reported yesterday. But Nadia's kin vanished overnight, phone's dead, house empty. Dad slipped Arabic, bride. Fee lost. Officer perked. Dowry? Chaos. More badges, CPS boss, DA rep. Dad threatened suits, uncles cried, fair rights. Supervisor, custody to us. Dad lunged, cursing dishonor, restrained, coordinator summoned, feet needed ER. Ms. Garcia tailed hospital. Packed. Nurse prepped. Doc extracted shard, meds prescribed. Placements full. Ms. Garcia phoned pal. Elena Vargas, ex-social worker, certified for crises. Relief. Papers signed. Threat text. Unfinished business. Documented. To Elena's. Fortified suburban. Home. Alarms galore. Safe, she assured. Lockable room. Ms. Garcia. Left a number. Anytime. Sleepless. Elena found me vigilant. Last girl's kin stormed the gates. Cops hit 90 seconds. Sunday. Plans. New phone. Routes varied. Allies noted. Doorbell. Aunt with treats. Talk. Elena ignored. Called the cops. They fled. Sign. Miss you. Return. Monday. Flowers, card guilting. Trashed after pics. New school. Sealed files. Buddy system. Quiet lunches. We handle this, the counselor said. Truck stalked the lot. Elena blocked, filmed the escort legal bomb. Dad sued for brainwash, culture loss. Attorney Lila. Typical, fight with faith, rights. We hit welfare proof. Tuesday bouquet. Guilt, documented. Wednesday. Stalker car post class. Switched routines. Thursday. Hacked profiles. Faked instability posts. Friday. Shops shunned Elena. Your ward's clan powerful. Switched stores. Saturday. Lawsuits piled. Defamation. Distress. Bankrupt ploy. Lila said. Sunday. Coerced videos. Cousins decrying my lies. Eyes betrayed fear. Footprints in yard. Cops no leads. Relocate? Margaret pushed. Elena. No run. Fight. Monday. Court for order. Family packed. Glaring. Dad's counsel. Loving home ruined by outsiders. Witnesses. Imam. Doc. Mom spoke for me. Kin our side. Pics, essays, vid, fakes. Doors swung. Woman 26 veiled. Khalid's second wife, Amina. Escaped, not dead. Uproar. Testimony 14. Wed, 5 births by 22, organ fail. Faked grave to hide shame. Records pics sealed it. Judge. Permanent order. Violations criminal. Dad disowned me, Arabic style. Mom shed. Veil. No child. Amina. More like us. Out, Lila. Tactics shift, vigilant. Harassment morphed. Hacks. Boycotts. Suits. Videos. Elena boosted security after tracks. Margaret. Witness protect? No. I'd seed change. Nadia messaged. 15 girls got guides copying. Press conf. Dad smeared me as destroyer. Our rebut. Prose statements. Viral. Article loomed. Threats killed one draft, another ran. 3 girls fled via packets. Probes opened. Backlash. Dad's vid rally. Leaders nodding. Viral vid. Girls. Corrupted by me. Don't view, Elena urged. Wednesday. Editor threats. Girl tipped. Family. Relocating another. Saw her at airport. Flanked. Eyes met. I mouthed, fight. She faked ill. Grabbed guard. Help sparked. Kin lost her. Friday. Article exploded. Support surged. Orgs offered aid. Disownment official. Erased from lineage. Relief, not destruction. More orders filed. 2 sheltered. 1 reported orgs met. Liberty chain. Packets, havens, responses. What began, Lila said. Call, girl found guide. Aid? Yes, pen ready. As voices grew, kin faded. I'd sparked unbreakable change. 1 whisper, 1 escape at a time. Years on, mom's ill, pleading family return. But I built mine. Free. Whew, what a saga of strength. If gripped, like, it spreads. Till next.